Getting ready.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Move.
Let's go!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Game Room. I'm keeping that in. This is the video game podcast you chose to click on today, and I do appreciate you being here. I'm Michael McLeod. Joining me as always, Captain Mooer, Jonathan Duffer.
Moo. Moo.
All right. Just
Moo.
calm down. Calm down. And Dwight Robinson, who doesn't really move.
Nah, not particularly.
Dwight, moo for me. Moo.
Wasn't that in the movie?
Taken out of context.
Squeal like a pig.
Squeal like a pig?
Yeah, that's from like.
I'm sure that was in a thing at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but that does sound familiar.
It does sound suspect. Let's
Yeah.
All right. Good way to start the show, guys. All right. We've just kind of been bullshitting the last few minutes. But video game podcast, it is a video game. Later in the show, we're gonna be talking about games that nobody asked for. That's the topic of the show. You probably saw that from the title, if you can read. Which no judgment if you can't, but you should probably get on it. If you're looking at, you probably should learn how to read. But Dwight's updating his stuff currently, and I usually go to him first.
Real time.
So, in real time. You know what? I'm just, F it. Dwight, what have you been playing this week? You're updating it right now.
As I'm updating on here,
Yes.
just been on Switch 2, so
We did, at time of recording, we had a direct. So,
yes.
I feel like Switch 2 magic is in the air right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
before we move on, I think we should mention the elephant in the room about how Mike predicted the emergence of the Thief remaster from Night Dive, because that by the time the episode actually comes out,
which is
it will
today,
have been announced.
No. That's right. Yes, the episode that is not out as we're recording. Wow, this is going to get confusing for timelines.
Yeah.
I said, man, I would love to play Thief on a console if Night Dive did it.
Yeah. And then literally like not even
after.
A week later. Yeah, it was like 2 days after the remake or the remaster by Night Dive got announced. It was like, how insane is that? We've said on here before, not on the podcast, but we've said before how we'll like come up with something or we'll say something, and then like a few months later or whatever, it actually happens.
Of course, I can't think of examples, but there's been like YouTube channels I watch.
Yeah,
where I'll be like, their topic will be like the topic. I'm like, are they listening to this damn show? Like,
exactly.
What? yeah. So
anyway, kudos on Mike for calling out.
Oh yeah, kudos on me for predicting something that was highly likely. So
well, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I didn't think that was quite as likely because of like the rights are still owned by a functioning company. Whereas the System Shock 2 rights, Night Dive actually owns them, and no one else was like involved in the mix. So that was a lot more likely once they bought the IP. But
I think it's a case of, hey, we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything with this. We're not making any money. Make us some money.
Yeah.
So why not?
Possibly,
hopefully.
Yeah. That's my take.
I don't know who owns that. I think IDOS. IDOS doesn't still exist, does it? Or does it?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
so IDOS
owned
the IP, but I don't know.
You
if
look it up.
still
Dwight, tell us what you've been playing. So there multitasking.
So I don't have a lot. I played the Star Fox demo, as you were alluding to earlier when we was talking about the direct. I mean, it's pretty good. Star Fox.
It is super Star Fox. Yeah.
It plays really smooth. The graphics are absolutely not an issue at all. Apparently there are some like new stuff in there. I do the only thing that I wish that they put in, I hope that they put into the final game is a way to change like the button mapping. I know it gives you there's only one option, and it's whether to have shortcuts, because I think it gives you a shortcut on the D-pad to do stuff like
somersault and is the
loop
barrel
loop
roll? No, it's not. Yeah, it's somersault and
and the
turnaround.
U-turn. Yeah, the U-turn or whatever. I mean, which is cool, I guess. But that's like the only options to turn those shortcuts on or off. There's no.
Mm.
I want to rearrange the buttons. I don't care that on the original N64 version you used A to like use your
Yeah,
lasers or whatever.
I feel like
I
that's
want to switch that to
probably
Y.
possible. I don't know. I didn't bother, and I meant to. I was going to try it with the N64 controller because I have the
Yeah.
Switch one, and I
Yeah.
just blanked it. I've already deleted it, so I'm gonna buy the game, so I'll do it then.
Yeah. So hopefully they put that in the final game. It was definitely not in the demo. That's really the only. I mean, that's it. Other than that, I think it's great. The uh, the other thing I was playing, I actually finished up this week, was Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So I finally finished it, did all the things.
I also
It's
like to point out that I predicted as soon as he finished it, they would announce an HD one.
Yeah, they announced like HD
But,
one, which is funny because at first when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, I could switch over to that.
I could
And
replay it.
it's only the first one that was released. The third one doesn't come out until December.
December
Well,
3rd.
they showed the first one. It's like, all right, it's out today. I'm like, sweet. They showed the second one. It's out in a month. And I'm like, all right, still cool. And then the third one, oh, it's out at the end of the year. I'm like, wait, what? Why?
Because Dwight, that's all you're gonna get from me.
So that kind of sucks, but whatever. So I literally just walked through the doorway and finished the game and got the cutscenes and everything. But I'm going to wait until that that update comes out before I do because there's still some extra stuff you can do after you beat the game.
Did you do DLC at all?
Yeah. So DLC is weird. There's DLC that merges with the actual game. It gives you like 2 extra heroes, and then you have hero quests for them. So I did that like in the game.
Okay.
And another one is it gives you like a separate area that has these new challenge like quests and stuff like that, and a new game type. I played those. I actually beat all of those too. So those are done. But then it also gives you an expansion, kind of like, Torn of the Golden Country.
The expansion is supposed to tie all the Xenoblade games together, correct?
So that I didn't do. I was going to wait until I beat the game to play it. Now I'm going to wait until this update comes out and I'll play that.
I feel like it's probably a safe bet. I'm really excited to try it. Like I literally just been waiting on this exact thing. So, and I've already beaten 1 and 2. So I hate the fact that they're in high def, all fancy now. I'm not going to replay them. But 3, I haven't even really touched hardly. I mean, I think I put like 15, 20 hours into it tops, which for a Xenoblade game, that ain't shit.
Yeah.
You restart that game.
So I have that issue with, I already beat 2. I'm not going back to it. I don't care about the HD stuff. I'm not going back to it. The first
I can play
one,
it and tell you how good it is.
So the first one is funny. I bought that back on the Switch, like back when it first came out. And I only played it for a little bit and didn't get far. So I've never touched the remakes and never touched the 3DS version. So now I actually have like a reason to go back into it and everything. So I'm gonna I don't have it on Switch though, and that shit is just hasn't gone.
I mean, you bought it on Wii? Because you said you bought it on Switch initially.
Yeah.
When it first came out.
Well, yeah. I had the Wii version.
I think you meant the Wii version. Okay.
I had the Wii version when it first came out initially, and it only played it a little bit, and I never bought the Switch version. So if it goes on sale, I'll buy it so I can finally play through that. I do have Xenoblade Chronicles X. I started playing on Wii U, but that game desperately needed an update. So now that I finished Xenoblade 3, I'll go back and play X and eventually get 1 or whatever. Yeah, there's some new stuff they put into 2, which kind of looks interesting, but honestly, Torn of the Golden Country, I like the characters in it, but that is the worst slogfest.
That's the only one that's free. Everything else is a paid upgrade.
Yeah.
But I don't think they added anything to Torn of the Golden Country.
No, not to Torna specifically. No. But it's just weird because they hyped it up so much around the time that it came out, and Torna is extremely boring. Like it is the forcing you to go through all these side quests about characters you don't care about, and then you're just like you're literally just padding time. Super annoying. Xenoblade 3 also has a lot of side quests, but I was interested in every single one of them and played through them all. Like I love those characters and everything, and ended up doing everything, and just because I wanted to do everything, I even got all the heroes, got all their upgrades. They're all maxed out, max level. I'm at level 99. All the classes were level 20.
You had to like score Xeno 3 out of 10, like on your scale. Like obviously you enjoyed it, but like,
Yeah.
what would you give it?
Out of 10?
Out of 10. If you use a solid number, out of 100, if you want to. I'm just curious.
Give it a solid
I give it
IGN 7.
like 8.5. Honestly.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good for you. That's a 9
Yeah.
for everybody else. I feel like
I think it's really good, and the combat, of course, is really well done and everything. The reason why I take some points off, I love the characters and the story is pretty good. I didn't say the storytelling was amazing. Like and especially once you get towards the end, obviously no spoilers or anything, but if you've watched an anime before, then you already know what happens. You already know, the fucking monologues and all that bullshit. I sat through them for like 30, 45 minutes of all the anime-ness. They have to debate philosophy with the evil guy or whatever the hell.
Oh, really?
Like, all right, man. They do the same thing every anime does.
Not only every anime, but every Xenoblade does this too, where it's just like, oh my god.
So
jib.
I played the game and I beat the game in my mind, and then I just walked through the doorway to the final boss and just like waited for the
you already beat the game. You just you completed the game at that point.
When I texted you guys, and this is funny. So when I texted you guys, oh yeah, I finally finished the game. So I will sometimes grind out some stuff on my lunch break. I'll take the Switch 2 with me, and because I was going through and trying to get, there's a class in the game, which is not a spoiler. There's a class in the game that you get that allows you to take moves, basically, that all the other classes have, and you have to get them by fighting unique monsters or bosses. So you have to fight all the bosses to get these moves to customize this character. So I spent a lot of time doing that. And so I would, take up like about an hour or whatever doing that stuff at work. So when I got to the end, I had done all that shit at home, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna run through the end. I smacked the last boss, and I'm just waiting for the cutscenes to roll. I just had it just sitting there playing the cutscene while I'm like just working and doing other stuff. And I just look over every once in a while, and I see some anime shit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. And just keep going. So yeah, I mean, it's good. I absolutely liked it way better than Xeno 2. I'd give Xeno 2 like a 7 or something like that. I don't know.
It's good. I like 1 a lot more than 2. I'll say that. So
yeah. But yeah, the characters are great. Everything else is great. Definitely cannot wait to see the new one, especially since they're going in a different direction, which is very interesting. It's not like space future stuff at all, or well, it's never been space
that you saw.
Yeah. That we saw. Yes.
They're gonna pull a whole bait and switch.
Could be. Absolutely.
They all live in a giant
space dome.
Terrarium. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Arboretum. There we go. There's a nice prey term for you. Arboretum.
Cool. I'll go and run through mine real quick. Because I didn't play a whole lot this week. It's been a busy week for me.
What about Star Fox?
He talked about Star Fox. Where were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking up stuff about IDOS. I completely missed the Star Fox conversation.
There you go.
Yeah, good job, Jonathan. Staying relevant with the.
I'll have to listen to the podcast later.
Yeah, I guess you will. So I got Gothic 1 in through GameFly, which I forgot was coming out, but it was on my GameFly queue, I guess, because they were like, we're sending it to you. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I thought I had played this on PC back in the day, and I guess I hadn't. I played one of them though. Maybe it was Gothic 2 or 3. I don't know. Anyway, it looks really good. I played this on Series X. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look, and it runs very well. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on board with this. I picked up stuff off the ground, and I grilled some meat and I ran along and I'm just like, all right, cool. I found a town and everyone's just an absolute asshole to you for no reason. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna try and go like grind, because I know these games you kind of need to grind to get your level up. You're pretty much just a bag of flesh at the beginning. You're nothing. I run into the woods. I see a wolf. The wolf lunges at me and I die in one hit. I'm like, well, all right, then that didn't go that great.
You ran the wrong direction to the wrong section of the forest.
I
ran to the
reloaded.
level 5 section of the forest.
I reloaded and I jump back out and I go to a different area and I find this little raptor thing and I'm like, all right, cool. It's smaller than the wolf. Maybe I'll have a better chance with it. And I did. I got it. But I want to say I had like maybe 10% health after killing this thing. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, like, I see what you're doing here, game. But and I put this on Weenie Hut Junior mode too. By the way, this is not normal. I put this on baby mode for real. And I'm just like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm actually completely fine with this. If I had. This is definitely an era where like you bought a PC game because this was on PC and you played the hell out of it.
That's what you played until the next year or whatever.
Well,
I do not have that time now.
Actually, this was 2001.
That's still a long time ago.
We're kind of out of that era though. At
25 years ago, Duffer.
I know, but 2001 stuff was really starting to pick up.
Anyway, it was not at this point. It wasn't because this was about the equivalent of. I'd say Morrowind is more accessible than this game is, like as far as just like easing the character in. I was like, this is ridiculous.
I tried.
I will say it looked great for the console. I was worried that it was just going to be like a very sloppy port, and it kind of was to a degree. I went to the settings menu, and a lot of them were like clearly just PC set. Like they didn't reference the controller at all. And some of the like, I actually found an error like right off the rip. Because I was going to the sharpness settings and like the depth of field, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn everything down a little bit because that tends to. I find in games like that they always have shit turned way too high, so I was like, I always bump them down just a hair, and like half of the settings say the same thing, and I'm like, okay, well that's not that's not the description for the right thing on this. So, anywho, I sent it back. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm all right with that. The only other thing I played this week is I do have, me and Dwight talked about on last episode, Onimusha Way of the Sword, which is the first Onimusha game in a while. And I'm like, I've played some of these before, and I don't really remember anything. I know the story's not super a thing, but it's been a long time since I played them. And I have the game on Xbox One, so... I mean, I have it on original Xbox and PS2 and whatever, but I have it on Switch as well. But I was like, all right. Actually, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I think I have Onimusha 1 on everything. So I started the Xbox One version because I'd never really played that. And the original game has tank controls like Resident Evil.
Yeah. And it's just straight up Samurai Resident Evil.
It's Samurai Resident Evil, but I know the PS4 and Xbox One versions, you have an option to use it like, regular sane people controls. So I did that and I was like, wow, this game is so much easier. As I started it up and I'm like, this game like is an early PS2 game and it still looks really good.
Yeah, like, it looked amazing back then.
It looked amazing in the back of the day, and yes, I can definitely, it doesn't look great, mind you. But if you put it in the context of like when it came out, the game looks insanely good.
Yeah, when it came out, I remember seeing it in magazines and just being that's because at the time I didn't have a PS2, I just had like the Xbox or whatever. Or I may not even had the Xbox yet by then. But either way, I didn't have a PS2. So seeing that, I was just like, "Oh my god, it's the future!" It just looked amazing, and then it had pre-rendered backgrounds. I think
it does. It has pre-rendered backgrounds, but I mean, the character models are like really, really good.
Yeah, they mesh very well with it.
The thing is, like, the tank controls were definitely part of the difficulty because I remember, I want to say like struggling with this game, but I remember the game being a lot harder. And I am blowing, like, I'm just, nothing is hurting me. I guess it's just because, like, I can, like, take pop shots at him and easily turn around and run away.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not something you could really do previously. All the big enemies, I'm just like, bam, 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 run away.
It's just
and
like
just
playing
repeat.
what's it called? The N64 version of Resident Evil 2, or like the DualShock versions of the original Resident Evils, whatever. You can play with the third person controls. So it's just super easy, just like run around the zombies and shoot them. You don't have to do the tank control shuffle of where you just like sort of turn and then run past them and then turn back around to shoot at them. You don't have to do that.
So my plan is, because I know these games aren't long, they're about as long as a Resident Evil game. I'm going to play through them all before the new one. That's my plan. Now, whether or not it's going to happen, don't know. 1 and 2 shouldn't be a problem. 3 is only on PS2, which I do have, but there
was so much hype when 3 came out.
And 4 is it's on PS2. I have a PS2 copy, but it's coming out on PSN. They announced that in the State of Play.
Yeah,
you'll be able to get it. So I'm excited about trying that out. But yeah, that's pretty much been it for me this week.
3 may never get re-released
because of Jean Renault.
Yeah, because of Jean Renault. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too.
It just kind of reminded me that when you said that, I was like, oh,
Demon Siege 3 is a cool game though. I do like it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
who's Jean Renault?
Have you ever seen the movie or even heard? Maybe probably have seen it, knowing you. But there's a movie called The Professional. He's in the movie. That's the movie.
Leon the Professional. Yeah.
Leon the Professional. He's an actor. He's a French actor. His name is Jean Renault. You would recognize him if you saw him.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Like you'd be like, oh, that guy. But he's in that game as like one of the protagonists. Like Onimusha is actually a series that typically takes actors, like real actors, and that's the character. Usually they're Japanese actors because Japan. Even the new one is using an actor that's dead. Like it's using his likeness.
Yeah.
I don't know why I pointed behind me. He's dead. He's behind me. But
it's in the past.
It's in the past, exactly. But Jean Renault is in the third one because it's actually set in France.
Oh, Gackt's in the fourth one, I think. Was Gact in one of those?
I'm not positive. But anyway, so he's in there, and I don't know if they're wanting to pay licensing for that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Especially,
he's still alive. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive about that actually.
I think so. Yeah.
I suspect he's still alive. I'll put it that way. Anyway, let's kick it over to Jonathan. Jonathan, what have you been doing this week? How's it going?
Well, right now I was trying to find a picture of Jean Renault. So for going back to IDOS really quickly, they got bought by Square Enix a while ago.
I knew that.
But they recently in 2022 they were sold to Embracer Group. So that's probably why Night Dive was able to convince them to take a swing at it, because I don't know if Square Enix would have been as amenable to that.
They went to Embracer. Yeah.
So Embracer has Deus Ex and Thief and all sorts of stuff now. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Kain.
That's why you're seeing Legacy of Kain stuff all of a sudden, probably too.
Probably, yeah. So anyway, so no, IDOS doesn't exist anymore. All the IP is still with Embracer Group, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Both of you played Prey?
I have.
Which one?
I beat
the new one, 2017. The one I'm playing.
I played a good bit of the demo. Or actually, I think I played through the entire demo. Yeah.
Okay. Are you worried about spoilers at all?
No.
I am, because we've gone over this. It's been so long. I do not.
Oh, because it's been so long since you haven't played. Okay.
I don't remember what happened at all.
I didn't.
He's spoiling a game that he already beat.
I don't.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It would be fresh at this point. So
I appreciate that. Okay, so I won't say any spoilers, but I'm very close. I've got to be very close to the end.
I thought you beat it.
Well, I thought I was like almost there. So what happened was there are multiple endings, and I got the bad ending. But by the time you get to it's
shoot
not
the kid again.
Yeah, no, it's without saying anything. There are multiple objectives that you can do, which we know that. By the time you get to a certain point in one of these objectives, you know, like, okay, if I follow this through to the end, this is going to be the bad ending. But you can follow it through along the same path as everything else. So you can play all the way up to. In fact, you can play all the way up to the point where you do one single thing to trigger it, and then just turn around and walk the other way and go about your business with the other stuff. And so that's what I did, and then I saved and I triggered the ending because I wanted to see what would happen. So I did that, got the achievement for it, and then reloaded and went back and did continued with the other stuff. So I've got to be getting pretty close to the end. The only problem with that is I've had several theories about what's actually going on in this game, and one of them, which I won't say what it is, but the most recent one that I came up with, I think was confirmed by the bad ending, by something that happens in it. So I'm a little annoyed by that because I would have preferred to have it confirmed by the good ending.
You're gonna get there soon anyway, but I get it. I get it.
I didn't expect them to do something that they did, which may have spoiled the ending, but it is what it is. But I think I think it confirmed that at least my theories. I'm like, okay, well, I figured it out. I think so. But yeah, I've got to be getting close. I mean, I've checked off all the things. I feel like I've found most, if not all, of the actual side quests. There may be a couple that I've missed, but I've found just about everyone on the station. I've done everything that came up for me, so I've got to be getting pretty close. Yeah, it's really good though. Highly recommended.
What you're saying is next episode you'll be talking about a different game.
Yes, hopefully. Hopefully, maybe I can finish it tonight. I don't know. Depends on how sleepy I am after we're done.
Depends on how long we did it. Yeah, that's how long this episode ends up.
Yeah,
which podcast recording is already at 55 minutes.
I didn't realize that you had already threw in a picture of Jean Renault into this chat.
It's all good. He didn't multiple.
I sent one in there and I looked and I saw you already sent one.
Yeah, man, I'm on top of it.
That's funny.
Yeah, I would not have recognized him ever if I saw him.
Good. It's all good.
I'm sure I've never seen anything that he was in.
Maybe not. Anyway, cool. That's what we've been playing this week. I like I say, hopefully maybe next week we'll have only Musha 2 to talk about, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So
I did mean to play the Star Fox trailer, the beta demo, and
you have to listen to this episode to see how we found it.
You played a Star Fox before?
So, nope. Huh. Which is why I want to play it.
This is the way to go. This is the way.
I figured.
All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. When we come back, we're going to be talking about games nobody was asking for. See you then.
I didn't ask for that.
And we're back. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Games that nobody asked for.
Moo!
Oh, my God. Back with the cow bullshit again. No, hey, it is bullshit. Hey, that applies. I miss James Rolfe's You Know What's Bullshit show. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
He's the angry video game nerd. He used to do a show on YouTube called You Know What's Bullshit. Because YouTube got the way it was, he had to change it to You Know What's BS.
Yeah.
And it wasn't without the vulgarity, it wasn't as funny.
Because it was more of just like a straight up what's it, review of just like just random stuff like movies and things like that, I guess.
Well, this specific, like, he had an episode on printers. I mean, it was all short stuff where he's just complaining about. He's like, you know what's random bullshit? Stuff. Temperature. Why do we even have it? It controls our entire life. It's too hot. It's too cold. He just goes on a rant about why temperature exists and how useless it is. So I was like, the printer one's really funny though, because it's like he's fighting with it and it like prints off an error. It's like the color ink is in a problem or whatever. It's just like, why are you printing this off instead of showing it on the screen?
Yeah.
And not to mention I'm just trying to print black. So
it says magenta is empty and the whole page is printed in magenta.
Exactly. It's just like, again, why are you using the printer? The thing that's in such jeopardy is the ink. Anywho, yeah. Anyway, good stuff. We got a little delayed there, but such a good show. You definitely check it out, listeners. But games that no one was asking for. I put some stuff in here. Dwight put some stuff in here. Jonathan will probably come up with something on the fly, because I have a feeling he's going to be like, eureka moment. What's going to happen?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe it's already happened.
Has it? And I just missed it somehow? That's possible.
Maybe.
Or maybe not. But
You'll never know.
I would hope. I don't know. Anywho, I think the reason the first one on here is kind of the reason why this episode topic got brought up in the first place. And Dwight and I have kind of had like a back and forth about it a little bit. And I've defended it in the past. And to this day, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Yeah, like a lot of people do. It's not great. It's not great. And that's Lord of the Rings Gollum. And I think you specifically said it's like Star Wars R2-D2, which Jonathan, I believe, said, I would love to play something like that. Yes.
You're just playing as R2-D2 getting stuck on door jams or whatever.
Which, admittedly, I probably would play Star Wars R2-D2 too.
Oh my God. Sneak around behind people and beep at them loudly or something like
exactly.
Is R2-D2 a stealth character?
I still don't think the concept is bad. Yeah, I'd never played it, but if it was executed poorly, that's one thing. But I still don't think the concept of a sneaker set in the Lord of the Rings universe is inherently terrible.
I did buy it too, and I mean it's still in my collection. But the problem is with it, it's trying to be like, obviously it's that stealth genre. I mean, it's Gollum. He's going to be slinking around. That's like his entire.
Right.
If you look slink in the dictionary, Gollum, there's a picture of Gollum probably next to it, and it tries to be kind of like Styx. Master of Shadows, if you ever play, kind of tries to be kind of like that, but it doesn't pull it off nearly as well. And because Gollum really doesn't fight, if you get caught, there's really just it's run away or reload to save. Like that's your option.
Well, I mean that's the same in Thief too. I mean, you have a sword, but you're not really supposed to do anything.
You're not
with
supposed
it. If you
to.
Get caught, you're pretty much.
I feel like you in Thief specifically, or in Styx, like kind of the same thing. If you get caught by like a one-off enemy, and you're just like, well, it is what it is. You can survive. Maybe
it's tough. It's
tough, but you can do it.
Especially if you're on the hardest difficulty, you have like 5 health or something.
But this game specifically, I mean, I didn't get that far into it, and I seem to remember you were like trapped in Mordor or something like that, and there was like the worst Gandalf ever. Like Gandalf was in it, and it was the way he looked and sounded was off.
Gandalf the Wish.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Yeah. He was definitely Spirit Halloween Gandalf, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was a market for it. I'll just throw that out there. So.
Just like the announcement trailer was enough to make me like never want to buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I don't know how you want to do with this either. The next one I put on here is Darkened Sky, which I have talked about on this episode. You remember this or no?
No.
And Jonathan, I don't think probably knows what this is either. It is on PC though, Jonathan. Come on, man.
Ooh.
Master of all PC games ever. You should definitely get it. I believe it's on Steam. I think you can get it on Steam right now. And if you look it up,
no one asked for it.
And I'll tell you why. Because it is a third-person action-adventure style game with magic elements, and the magical artifacts that you obtain are Skittles.
We've talked about this before.
We have, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's right. Yeah, it's the Skittles game.
It's the Skittles game, exactly.
Okay.
And
I used to have a tab up for this, and I closed it, and I couldn't remember because I couldn't remember why I had it up. Okay,
because you should. Because if you look at it on Steam, or you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, whatever. What is this game about? It doesn't say diddly dick about Skittles anywhere,
right?
Unless you look at like the copyright stuff on the back. So it's complete rug pull on. You don't know it's about Skittles, so. Taste the rainbow, exactly.
Right, yeah. And as soon as you open the game, they say taste the rainbow like every 5 seconds. Or the character's just like, oh man, I can't wait till I get some more Skittles to refill my health.
I don't think they even say they're even that obnoxious about it in the game, but it's been a while. I have it on GameCube. It's only on GameCube and PC. What a combination anyway. But
Wow.
yeah. I got Mr. Mosquito on here, which again,
Do you just play a mosquito?
You do.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Jonathan. That's what else you want from me. I mean, you just do.
Why would anyone think that this was a good idea?
This is not an awful game. I feel like Dwight, have you played this?
No, I mean I've seen it and stuff, but I've never played it.
The fun thing about it is, and this is a good game. This is just because it's on this list doesn't mean it's a bad game.
Yeah.
It has terrible controls, I'll say that. You do have to remap the controls. Thankfully, you can get this game on PS5 and remap all the buttons. So, but if you play it on PS2, good luck. The fun thing about it though is like you're in this house, the Yamadas. I don't know why I remember that. Whatever. You're in this house, like Japanese household, and you kind of like see the drama going on with the family in the background. And there's like cutscenes and stuff like that. And you're obviously trying to suck their blood and stuff. I think this is a fun game though. I wish it would come out on like, I don't know, PC or just be more accessible to people.
Why is it a game that no one asked for?
Who is asking for a mosquito game?
At any point.
Exactly.
It's kind of like I'll just go ahead and skip around a little bit. It's kind of like the Goat Simulator game, or there's another one here, the entitled Goose Game, right? They're both like, no one specifically, like who goes to work one day and's like just looking around and be like, all right, Ladybug, the game, or some bullshit like that.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's going to turn out bad.
But no one asked for it.
But no one asked for it. Absolutely not. You definitely. Oh man, how did I not pick up Squirrel with a Gun on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any animal based game. Squirrel with a Gun's also pretty fun. Didn't mean to.
What was the one that just got announced? Was it during the State of Play or was it during the
something
Switch
Magpie? No, it was on the Xbox.
Yeah, Magpie. Bad Magpie.
Magpie. So that looks fun, does it not? I'm all right with it.
No, but neither does Goat Simulator to me.
There's another one where it was two ducks that were trying to like carry their egg somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Very much like Untitled Goose Game. Is that like similar to
that? That looked a little more interesting because it's not just a sandbox, thing where you're running around.
You just like honking and stuff.
Yeah.
So Untitled Goose Game is great.
It is fun. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun if you've never played it. It's just you're a goose and you're being a menace, but you have to be a menace to like make things happen. So there's like a puzzle solving element to it. Like, I need to get this gate open, so let me steal this kid's glasses. So he like stumbles into the gate, knocks it over, or something like that. Stupid stuff like that. But I mean, the game's still great. Goat Simulator, I have a copy of it, and it is still sealed. Like, I've never played it. I got it because I think I found it at Five Below, and I'm like, yeah, I'll try this, and then that never happened.
Goat Simulator came out. Didn't that come out around the time of the Screaming Goat phenomenon on YouTube?
Did it? Maybe.
I think it might have. I think that might have been what prompted it.
Maybe. I feel like it was like a Gary's Mod thing almost, or like maybe not Gary's Mod, but like somebody was fucking around with the engine and was like, let's just do this.
Yeah.
Let's just publish this BS we just made.
It was from a game jam.
Oh well, there you go.
Interesting.
Seems like a game
it
jam.
Definitely seems like a game jam.
Yeah, game jam. Let's jump to some of the whites here, and ping pong.
I have a couple different categories, but we can talk about that after we talk about the games. First game I have on here is Marathon, and this is not to say that, just like you were saying earlier, that it's a bad game or something like that. And specifically, I mean, I would love a Marathon game, but nobody asked for a multiplayer extraction shooter with the Marathon name. I mean, it's just
nobody
asked for that.
I feel like you have two camps here. You have the people that would like a new Marathon game like you and I. That don't care about extraction shooters, and then you have people that want Destiny 3 or more Destiny, that don't care about switching
yeah.
switching to marathon.
Yeah.
But like neither camp is working out well for it. I hope the game does well because I feel like Banji the dog.
Bungie needs this to work, and it's just kind of it sucks that this is the game that they're hinging their future on. So, which is a whole other discussion or whatever. But when it was first announced, I was super excited. I was like, "Holy crap! They're going back to Marathon," and it looked amazing. And then it was an extraction.
I still think it looks good,
and
but
like,
yeah,
like I don't know. I feel like that was kind of a waste. But either way, so there's that. I also have Front Mission Evolved, and this kind of goes along with the next one after this. Front Mission Evolved. I love Front Mission.
You on this one, yeah.
Yeah, so I loved Front Mission, which is, if you don't know, it's a strategy game with robots. Pretty much, they've come out with some remakes of the original.
It's Fire Emblem with robots.
Yeah, pretty much. It was the first, I think, strategy RPG that I played, or tactical RPG that I played back then, and I love that game. Front Mission 3 is an amazing game. It's not very balanced, but I love that game. So I've been hoping for them to make like either a new Front Mission game or to remake Front Mission 5. Because Front Mission 5 there's a couple of them that never came over here to the US, and 5 is another one, and it was made very similarly to Final Fantasy 12 or whatever. I think Square used like the same engine for it, and it looks amazing on PS2. So they remade the first 3, which is great. Hopefully they move on to 4 and 5 next or whatever. But back in the day, back on 360, they came out with Front Mission Evolved, which is like they were trying to chase after Armored Core. Everybody knows Armored Core. Everybody loves Armored Core, especially on PlayStation and everything. Front Mission is not Armored Core. Nobody asked for that shit.
Yeah, it's Front Mission.
Yeah, so it's a Armored Core clone, and it is not a good one. That game is terrible. And I think I had the PC version, and the PC version kept crashing at like a certain point. I don't think I even got far in it or whatever, but it's just terrible. So
it's a stay in your lane situation. Yeah,
absolutely. And in the next game, Left Alive, which is a Front Mission side story or whatever.
I forgot that was a Front Mission thing. Wasn't that a Kojima? Was it a Kojima thing, or did it just try to look like a Kojima thing? It just
tried to look like a Kojima joint. Okay. So when it was first announced, and this was around the time that
you could mistake it for a Kojima thing. I'm just saying by looking.
This was after Metal Gear Solid 5 came out. Metal Gear Solid 5 was, amazing, and the whole hype around that game and the way that it was announced and everything at the VGAs was crazy. Left Alive tried to do the same thing. They tried to use Kojima's, style of like marketing and everything, because they didn't really tell you what the game was about, and it was a mystery and blah 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 and everything, and it looked amazing. Then when it came out, it was a Front Mission game, and not only that, it was a terrible Metal Gear Solid clone. I have this game. I played it
too. Don't know why
terrible.
I have it.
It is so bad. The gameplay, the look of the game, the voice acting, the story. This game shits on Front Missions.
You know what's great about this game though? The box art is pretty kick-ass.
The box art is amazing. Another reason why it looked very similar to Metal Gear Solid. I think they used the same artist. I think the same 2D artist
that's probably why the box art looks cool.
Yeah, the box art looks amazing. The character designs look amazing. The rest of the game is ass. So yeah, and it probably single-handedly destroyed the Front Mission IP. And it wasn't until recently when they started bringing back those remakes that they're starting to go somewhere with that. So hated that. So anyways, Concord is another game that nobody asked for. Which is not to mean that it was a bad game, because I played it. I played the beta, and I think it was actually pretty good. But nobody asked for that game. Like it didn't bring anything.
Just new. Overwatch, but like again, pretty much. So from what I gather, I'm not that guy.
It was
to me, it seemed to be filling a space that was already full. Yes, trying to fill a space that was already full.
That was the biggest issue with that game. It's just that it was a hero shooter. And it was at the time that Marvel Rivals is about to come out. Overwatch is still huge. Valorant is doing well. There's a lot of hero shooters. And this one did not do anything like new or different. And the what they focused on in the marketing was the story and the characters. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, those initial trailers, it did look pretty interesting or whatever. But the game is a hero shooter with no single player element. So what are we doing?
I'm also
Right.
thinking like that's not the reason people are attracted to those games is because they're deep into like as a
Right.
story
I mean,
person, I don't care about hero shooters.
some people
So.
do, but that's not the primary mission of a hero shooter. That's really just flavor text at that point. It's just flavoring,
Yeah.
you know. So some people love that stuff and get deep into the lore, but that's not the main reason. The
Jonathan, you
gameplay
had your
itself,
hand up a second ago, like you
Oh,
were in class.
I just thought of some stuff to add
Okay.
once Dwight's done.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
you're good.
So the
You're just like,
yeah, the gameplay was not bad. It was actually pretty good. The character design was misguided, and they definitely did not learn the lessons that Overwatch did when it comes to multiplayer shooter character design.
yeah.
You can't just have random characters and just throw them into a game. There's a method to the madness, and they absolutely did not know that method, and it was very confusing and annoying to play because of that. I'm not gonna get super into that, but
What was
anyways,
that show? Wasn't there like a
yeah.
show that came out that was like based on like there was like a Sifu episode, and there was supposed to be like a Concord
Yeah.
episode, Mega Man episode.
Game.
Did the Concord episode still come out?
Yeah, it did.
Did
Yeah,
it?
I watched
Okay.
that show.
I forget
It
what it
was
was.
pretty good.
I watched the ones that were interesting to me, which I think was like Warhammer and like Mega Man,
I
maybe one
forgot
other
what it
one.
was called, but it's on Amazon Prime, and I
Okay.
watched the entire thing. Every episode is like 5 minutes long, so
Yeah, they're very short. The Mega
yeah,
Man one absolutely made me mad because I didn't pay attention at the time, and it was literally
yeah,
like over and like I'm like I just watched a cutscene.
yeah. They're really short, like cinematics, but they're definitely. I like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. That was pretty good, and it's funny because it's based off a game that doesn't even exist anymore. I think like Throne and Liberty
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that. But anyways, so yeah, the next game, Ridge Racer Unbounded.
Yeah, it's all you
I'm
two
a
again.
huge Ridge Racer fan, and this game was absolutely a game that nobody asked for. So this is in the era. This was during the 360 generation.
I
This was
have
during the
this game,
era.
but I've never played it.
Yeah, don't worry about
Oh.
it. This was during the era when Japanese developers, for some reason, were not. There was like a slump in like sales of Japanese games. I remember like gaming media kept saying, "Oh, is the Japanese gaming industry, going down or whatever, or they're not selling as much."
Is
So
this when they
then,
were trying to be Western games,
yes,
like
they
pretty
tried to
much?
turn it around by
So they tried to turn
making
this into Need for Speed. Is that what
more
happened?
Western style games, and they would hire Western like developers to assist and take over franchises. There were a ton of Japanese games taking like IPs or whatever that had Western entries during that time. DMC is another one of them too. So
Yes,
Ridge Racer Unbounded, I think it was made by like Bugbear Entertainment or something like that. It's
sure.
the developers that do the Destruction Derby games or something. I don't fucking remember. But anyways, Ridge Racer is absolutely like a legacy arcade racing game. Absolutely Japanese to its core. Love those games, but they haven't at that time. I think the last one was Ridge Racer 7 or 8 maybe on like PS4 when
It was
PS4
probably
first launched.
6 or 7. No, I think it was that. Were
Yeah.
they on 7? Nah, whatever. It don't
So
matter.
Ridge
I got you.
Racer absolutely does not have like the kind of clout that it used to, because by that time you have Forzas, you have Gran Turismos. That's the kind of games that people wanted to play. They wanted to play, or Need for Speed, like you were saying earlier. So they tried to jump on that bandwagon and they made Ridge Racer Unbounded, which is like Need for Speed, basically.
Is it unbounded or unbound? I need to know that right now. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just like, hold up.
Maybe it
Unbounded
is
sounds
just
like too
Unbound.
many EDs in there.
Yeah.
Maybe it is just Unbound. Either way, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
That
matter.
game,
I need to know personally.
yeah. So
It's
that
unbounded.
Unbounded? Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
That's too extra.
That was another thing no one asked for was that stupid name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that name. This was so it is
Revengeance.
not a terrible game
Yeah.
on the face of it. So it's not like the game is absolutely terrible. But it's not Ridge Racer. This is absolutely not a Ridge Racer game. So that's like one of those things like nobody asked for this. There has not been another Ridge Racer since then. I hope that a new one will come out, but who knows? Maybe that's kind of been squandered. Because the last time they were super happy to announce a Ridge Racer game that turned into a meme. So when the PSP was coming out,
Ridge Racer.
yeah,
that was the PSP, right? Yeah.
Yep, PSP. I think that was like Ridge. The game was just called Ridge Racers. I think it was.
What was that guy's name? Something Kasai. I forget the guy's name.
It's one of the executives, Sony executives.
He has like two K's in his name. I'll look it up.
Oh, Ken Kutaragi.
Was it Ken Kutaragi?
Was it?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Keep going.
Yeah. So either way, so yeah, definitely a game that nobody asked for. So Redfall, I put this on this list because this was a game. It was very much hyped. It was a multiplayer vampire, not horde shooter, more of like a Left 4 Dead style shooter, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, we've talked at length about Redfall before.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I mean, we all played Redfall together, so
yeah.
And that's why we talked about it, because you're like, ugh.
The reason why I said this was a game no one asked for is because Arcane Studios, who's well known for making,
House of Rise, the guy,
good stuff,
Dishonored and sneak 'em up games and everything, single player sneak 'em up games. Why are they making a 4-player co-op live service zombie game essentially? You're like, what? Why are they doing this? Why is Microsoft tasking them with it? Well, they're probably working on it before
if this were an article, it would be in the stay in your lane category.
Yeah. That is absolutely a stay in your lane. Like, this is far outside their lane. Why are they working on this? So, I mean, I think that the game could have been, it could have been better or whatever. And there's a couple things. There's some fundamental problems I saw with that game. But either way, Arcane should have been doing what they know.
I feel like the concept of that game is intrigued me at the beginning.
No, it's not bad, but they probably
Left 4 Dead with vampires. All right, I'm good with that.
They probably spent so much time just like wrapping their head around that shit and like configuring their tools to even work for a live service game.
Yeah.
But anyways, that goes directly into the next one, Babylon's Fall. Babylon's Fall is absolutely a game that no one asked for. Platinum Games, who's known for making amazing action games, Bayonetta,
primarily single player. Yeah.
Primarily single player, Bayonetta, Wonderful 101, same thing. Why the hell are they making a live service game? Why? And that game was not
money. Like, that's exactly why.
I played the beta for this thing, and that game was very boring and just not. The enemies are super spongy. The gameplay was not. There's no way that game was actually made by Platinum. It didn't feel like a Platinum game at all, or even look like one, honestly. So
I have
weird.
I have the coaster. I have it in the other room. It's there.
Coaster.
Yeah. So I didn't really tack
Can't
on.
play it anymore.
I know. It's just funny.
I really wanted to list all the recent Sony remakes and remasters and stuff, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say the category of games no one asked for was remakes, remasters for games that are only a couple years old.
So you mean like Horizon and
Horizon and
Spider-Man and
see, that was a bit excessive. Yeah.
That's
actually the new Horizon. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary. They were doing it just to keep, I guess, the studio busy or to keep the IP going or whatever it was that they were doing. But there was absolutely no reason for some of those remasters. Also, live service gacha games with 0 unique aspects. New games from dormant IP that squanders the chance that they get, squanders their opportunity. There's so many of those, and of course,
so worried about Crazy Taxi, but I mean,
the
trailer was exciting, but I'm just like, please don't turn into something I don't want. So
we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
I mean, they knew how to pluck the heartstrings with the Offspring in there. So,
of course.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, the second that starts up, because that's it. Believe it or not, that song, actually, that and a couple of I guess Bad Religion. Anyway, there's a couple of like Crazy Taxi songs in my active music to this day, because of that game. And so I knew it like the second it popped up. First, I was like, is this going to be another Sunset Overdrive? Because he had like the cans. I got super and then I heard
as soon as the song kicked in, I was like, oh my word, it's Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, they announced before, but this is the first time they actually
they've shown it.
Which is great.
Yeah. It's a lot different to say you're working on something and then to actually
finally show something.
Follow through on it. Yeah,
you just need that. And of course, radio now.
Games far outside the studio's swim lane, which we gave a couple examples.
Yeah, we have kind of. Yeah. I think I had a few more in here, but not really. What did you have, Jonathan?
Okay, so this is a slightly different take on it because you were talking about like Goat Simulator and Goose Game, which are actually good. You think are actually good games. I say you think because I don't find them interesting.
Goat
But
Simulator, I have no idea. Goose Simulator is a good game though.
yeah, okay, I gotcha. But there are other games that are good games that no one asked for, and they just came out and they were like, "Oh, this is actually really good." And before I get to those, though, I did have a bad one that I'm surprised you didn't think of, Mike. Mass Effect Andromeda. Everyone wanted another Mass Effect game, but they didn't want that game. They didn't want they wanted they wanted a more Mass Effect-y Mass Effect game, and they got
I think at
Andromeda
the
instead.
time they kind of wrote. I don't want to say they wrote themselves into a corner, but they do this. Especially Halo's bad about this too, and Gears to an extent. That's why they're doing. They're going back, not forward.
Yeah.
They conclude things so well. They're like, well, damn, we're still doing good. What do we do with the story?
Yeah.
So, you know.
But I feel like they could have made another Mass Effect game just with a different character and still had the same type of basic formula.
Well, they tried to do.
But they went
too much.
They went too far outside of the lane. Like you were just saying, they went too far outside of that, and then, you know.
I mean, what I mean by that is just like completely changing up the genre and style of game that you know.
Oh my god!
Well, but that's what they did.
I mean, have the perfect
Mass Effect
one,
Andromeda was this open world like Mass Effect game instead of the more linear story driven experience that. I mean, it was still story driven, but it was a lot. The first 3 Mass Effect games are a lot more linear, a lot more closed.
An extreme example of what you're saying here, and it made me think of this. Where no one was asking for this and it actively pissed people off at the time to the point where this game tanked because of it was Metroid Prime Federation Force. Because
I'm
everyone,
not familiar with that.
So everyone at the time had been waiting on a new Metroid game. This is before Dread or anything like that.
Yeah,
we've been waiting for the new Metroid forever. And, you know.
Yeah, and
like Metroid Prime. And we're like, what? And then it's like Federation Force. You don't play as Samus at all. You play as like the dudes.
You don't play as Samus?
No, you're like the guys on the team, and it's a 4-player co-op shooter. On 3DS.
So it's Metroid Prime ODST.
Yes, there you go. Metroid Prime.
Wow.
But the thing is, like, which is not a bad concept at all. Like, I think it's fine. I actually played the game. I think it's a lot of fun. But when you're like starving people for a new Metroid game, you don't give them a game when you know
that was even really have Dread was teased, wasn't it?
Yes, Dread was teased for so long.
Yeah,
Dread was supposed to be on original DS. That's how long ago it was.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but anyway, sorry, I didn't mean. It's just like what you were saying though. That's exactly the sort of thing. It was just like,
I don't even think honestly that Metroid Dread that we got was the original. What they were actually trying to.
I feel like it probably was.
Not if they were making it for the DS.
It was restarted, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there were elements, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not even the same developer. This damn Mercury Steam did it instead of whoever was doing it before.
But anyway, the games I was thinking of that are actually good games that people didn't ask for, Alice, the American McGee's Alice games. Who in their right mind would have thought, hey, let's make a dark grim game set in the world of Alice. What am I thinking of? Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Chicago. Alice in
like who in their right mind would have thought of that? And no one did, and it came out, and it's actually really good. Now, the first Alice is hard to play, but the second one is amazing, and that's really, I mean, and the story is phenomenal. So I've talked about those games before. So if you ever get a chance, definitely check those out. If you can, try the first one. If you can't make it, just like read a story synopsis and then play the second one. The second one it controls so much better.
Is that on there? John, do you ever play a game called Malice?
Malice.
It kind of reminds
me.
That's
on the original Xbox, wasn't it?
I have it on original Xbox.
Yeah,
but it might be on
with
PC.
the big ass hammer.
Yeah, it kind of like took that. I feel like it is. I don't know if it's Alice in Wonderland sort of thing or not either. But I was thinking about it, and I was just like, I actually enjoyed that game. That was done by Argonaut, Star Fox people. So
I think I've seen this before, but I've never played it.
It's okay. I don't know. It's just a random thought. I was like, I wonder if he's heard about this or seen this.
I feel like I've seen that in like a magazine or something before.
So I like it. But anyway, yeah.
The other one I was thinking of was Digimon Survive, which no one has ever made a Digimon game like this before.
That's right. That's the visual novel.
Yeah, it's visual novel with some light strategy battles inside of it. Again, it's something that I never would have expected to come out from with the Digimon name slapped on it. But it's if you like visual novels, it is really, really, really good. And it's classic visual novel stuff. There's multiple endings. Really bad things happen, which I don't think there's a Digimon game that now, and I haven't played some of the like Wonder Swan and older ones. But I don't think the Digimon game has ever gotten as I don't want to give anything away, but it gets really
M-rated,
dark, really dark.
There you go.
We'll just say
M-rated. Yeah, I got you.
The darkest thing that I can think of that came from Digimon was Digimon Tamers, and this gets darker than that. So,
Digimon Tamer to tame.
Yeah. But if you like visual novels and Digimon, that is an excellent game.
That is a combination. Although I feel like a lot of people in the anime circle are more prone to look at visual novels.
Probably.
But that'd be like a game. I mean, just this does not exist, but that'd be like a damn Halo visual novel or a Call of Duty visual. Like that would be the complete like what the hell? Like play this.
But when you think of visual novels, you usually
you don't think Digimon. Yeah,
you don't think Digimon. You usually think of like
Bubbly Schoolgirl
romance stuff or maybe like a horror kind of game. You don't think about Digimon or both. Yeah,
yeah. We have crossed that line before.
Yeah. So that was definitely like completely out of left field, but it's actually really, really good.
Yeah. That's your come up from ones you've come up with.
Yes,
I don't want to cut you off. I'm just gonna run through the other ones real quick. You didn't mention Bubsy 4D, but it's there. Bubsy is the cat that refuses to die. And this game though, I played the demo. Not bad. This game is not bad.
I heard it was pretty good. And I think they talked about it on Digital Foundry and everything. To me, that's one of those games that nobody asked for because it's like lots of times people are like, "Oh man, this long lost IP. I wish they would make another game." It's
nobody cares about Bubsy, but he somehow keeps coming back.
Another Bubsy. That's like having another what's it called? RoboCod, James Pond game or something.
James Pond.
It's like who the hell is asking for that?
And the last two I put on here was Pepsi Man, for obvious reasons. I mean, Pepsi themed superhero. Who gives it? Okay. And Sneak King. All the Burger King games, but Sneak King specifically. That is a fun game. Big Bumpin'. Big Bumpin's a game. It's a racing game. And then I don't even remember what the other one is. Nobody knows the third one because nobody cares. But Sneak King and Big Bumper are the important ones. Sneak King is a game where you sneak up on people, Splinter Cell style, and give them a Whopper.
Yeah.
As the king, as the Burger King. So
you're just like a dude in a suit with the giant oversized.
Head. it's the creepy dude in the suit. You sneak up on people and you're like, aha, gotcha. Here's a hamburger.
Yeah.
Wait, that reminds me of
Big Bumpin' wasn't the racing game. I think that was just straight
it was
up
a
like
bumper car game.
And there was one that was a racing.
It was the cart. Yes,
game.
You're right.
Yeah.
Big Bumpin's the one nobody cares about. It's the cart one, which I think it has a generic name. It's
I don't remember what it was called either.
Yeah, I don't know either. Sneak King is the real one, and that's one of 3 games. It's like it's an Xbox and an Xbox 360 game. It's not backwards compatible or forward. It's just both.
Which is, I think, it's like the only games that do that.
It's the only 3 that are like that. They just say Xbox on them, but they're in the Xbox 360 style. Anywho, I think that's a good list. I mean, we probably could have come up with more. We probably could have broke this up to, man, this missed opportunity. We could have had an episode called "Games That Don't Stay in Their Lane," or whatever.
I mean, we could still do that.
Potentially-
Honorable mention for Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure, which
There you
was
go.
not actually sold in stores, but it was you can get it through the Captain Crunch boxes.
Yeah, the box tops or whatever.
Chex Quest. There you go.
Yeah.
Chex
There's another one.
Quest. Yep.
Yeah.
It's actually I mean, it's just like 3 mini games essentially, but it's kind of fun to just waste some time with.
Any Bible game. Any Bible game fits in.
Noah's Ark
Yeah, there are a
3D.
few of those. Yep.
Yeah, Noah's Ark 3D. You just feed the goats to sleep.
It's just Wolfenstein 3D. but
Just
sure,
replace
yeah.
shoot to death with feed to sleep. All right, so all right. Well, I think that's a good list. I don't have anything this week for recommendations unless you guys do. I'll have to like come up with something real quick. If not, I don't know. Nobody
No.
got any recommendations?
I
Nothing
don't
good
think so.
going on.
Watch Andor. That's all I got.
There you go.
you
Andor is
go.
a great show, and you should totally watch it. Cool. Loading. Sorry, my loading screen's happening. Next episode, I might have to do something different if you're listening on YouTube because it's going to be a music themed episode. I don't know how well that's going to go over on YouTube
Yeah.
as far as copyright goes. So we may have I may do like a stream or something like that and be like plugging you to go to Spotify the whole time or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But either way, if you want to get in contact with the show, you can find us on Bluesky or X, Gameroom Pod. If you were listening on a podcast service, I'm on this. The show also posts on my personal YouTube channel, which is Micmac Life. I'm also streaming on Twitch at Micmac IRL. Dwight, where can people find you?
DMoney8719 on all of the things. I haven't really been playing a lot of multiplayer stuff recently. Well, I guess besides Rivals, I do still play Rivals a good amount.
I see you.
So yeah, that's it.
Jonathan.
Enchantermon on all the things. I do not play any multiplayer stuff.
Yeah. That's how it should be. No, I'm just joking. Nah.
Exactly. What?
Yeah. No, I was messing with you.
How it should be for
Although-
me.
Although we do, there was something I was going to talk to you about multiplayer wise. I can't figure what it is. I don't know. I'll
Goof
think of
Troop?
it later. Goof Troop. That's right. It's
You
on
know-
the Disney, the Switch Disney thing now. We got to do it.
You know what? The funny thing is, I
Stream.
saw, I was watching really old Game Grumps, like the very beginning of their catalog, and
Yeah.
they played that game, and I was like, oh, that actually kind of looks fun. Maybe
It's a
we
fun
should play
game.
that.
It's maybe we'll do a stream of that on YouTube instead of like posting the favorite game and music volume 4. That'll be a podcast exclusive. But anywho,
Oh, there you go.
yeah, maybe we'll do. I don't know. Tentative. No promise. Anywho, until 2 weeks from now. Goodbye.
See ya.
All right, then bye.